Hey guys, I'm back from my holiday and I thought there'd be no other better way to start off the lovely month of June than to start a new series with you guys. So over the next few weeks I'm going to be talking about some Jennifer Lawrence films, and that's because she's my favourite actress of all time. And if you guys can't already tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about the first Hunger Games film that she stars in. And this isn't just any old version of the Hunger Games, this is actually the unseen director's cut that they didn't show in UK cinemas, and we'll get into that later. And, well, if you guys don't know what the Hunger Games is, basically it was a novel released, I think it was in 2010, by an author named Susan Collins, and it's set in a dystopian future where this state called Panam is sort of set into 12 districts, and it's led by this one named the Capital. And they have this sort of reality TV show where they take two kids from each sort of districts to fight each other to the death. And that's because there's like food shortages and there's just not enough space on the planet anymore, and it's all run down. It's a really gritty world, and the film does a really good job of sort of painting this visual image. And there's actually a really good opening scene in this film where sort of we meet Jennifer Lawrence's character. She's called Katniss, and she's in District 12, and that's like the worst district out of all of them. It sort of goes down from like 1 to 12, and yeah, it's all run down, and there's like news reports and stuff, and like newspapers flashing by. So it sort of builds you up. It catches you up to where the start of the book is basically. And yeah, I thought the translation from the book to the film in this film is really good. You know, there's some stuff that they didn't include that I'll get onto a little bit later, but overall, I thought the adaptation was, yeah, it was respectable. It was really good, I thought. And starting off with the positives, Jennifer Lawrence is definitely the best part about this film. She's incredible at acting, and I believe actually this film got nominated for like 60 awards, and they won like 48 of them. And the film's budget was 200 million, I'm pretty sure it was, and it made 700 million. So, you know, if you don't like this film, that's fine, but you can't not admit it is such a groundbreaking film, because I remember growing up with these films. And yeah, one of my negatives with this film is that the director, I think Gary Ross is his name, I bet he watched a lot of Liam Neeson films, because there's a lot of shaky cam in this film. And when you're trying to concentrate on like a really emotional scene, you just don't need it. And there are some scenes in here where the camera's shaking and you can't concentrate. It kind of sucks, but there's that, and there's also a really part. But this is actually a spoiler for the book. Actually, there's actually a really big part of the book where Katniss goes like partially deaf, and I don't. They didn't include that in this film. They might have included it in the later films, but obviously I can't quite remember them, to be fair. And that's why I'm rewatching them. That's why I'm giving my opinion of them, because they've actually announced that they're doing a prequel film on the book that I've not actually read. So I've ordered that, and I'm gonna sort of catch myself up so I'm ready for this new film that's coming out. But yeah, apart from that, guys, overall this film is such a good sort of book opener. That's actually quite a cool way to say it. And just the way it paints the world from the start of the film to the end of the film. All the characters are brilliant in this film. The actor who plays Peter, he's amazing. I really like Stanley Tucci's character. He's actually really funny. And of course, you have so many iconic scenes in this film, such as the girl on fire scene where she's going down the runway, and the scene with the tracker jackers where they sort of she's sort of climbing in a tree, and this group sort of like surround her and they sleep like at the base of the tree, and she wakes up and then she finds this sort of hive of like genetically modified bees, and they're called tracker jackers, and they're lethal pretty much, and she chops it down and like kills all of them. And this is sort of a good segment to talk about why this is the unseen version of this film. Obviously, this version of the film's rated 15, and obviously, if you guys are fans of the Hunger Games, you'll know all the other films are 12, including this one that was shown on screen. But in this version of the film, there's a lot more blood. There's a few more scenes of violence. There's not much added to the film, but what is big with this scene is that sorry, not this scene, the whole film actually. There's a lot of blood in this version of the film because when somebody gets slashed or stabbed in the original cut of the film, there's like no blood, and that would probably be one of my gripes for this film. But this director's cut is really good. It's sort of a darker version of the film, and it really gets you ready for what the other films have in store. And well, yeah, that was my thoughts on the first Hunger Games film. This was the first Jennifer Lawrence film that I'm going to be talking about. And overall, I'd probably give this film anywhere from an 8.5 to a 9 personally. I'm a little bit biased because I've read the books and Jennifer Lawrence is my favorite actor. Well, actress, sorry. Um, yeah, well, what do you guys think of the Hunger Games films? Are you fans of Jennifer Lawrence's films? Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.